Hi, my name is Donnel Dulay, and I teach science over at the East Bay School for Boys in Berkeley, California. My presentation today is on the animal kingdom, which is part of my 7th grade life science unit. I hope you enjoy. Today we're going to discuss the different classes of vertebrates that fall within the animal kingdom. We're going to talk about the distinguishing traits and identifying traits of the organisms that fall within these classes. Our modern-day taxonomic system was developed by Swedish botanist Carolus Linnaeus. His system divided all organisms into the following: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. It may be helpful to write down, but an easy mnemonic sentence to help you remember is kids playing chess on freeway go splat. But first, how many species do you think there are in the world? Why do you think it would be important to categorize animals and organisms into different classes, orders, and families? There are over 8.7 million different species of animals. 97% of these animals are invertebrates, animals without backbones. 3% are vertebrates, animals with backbones. Invertebrates account for 97% of the animal kingdom. Therefore, they are broken up into several different phylums. While vertebrates, animals with backbones, account for only 3%, they all fall under the phylum Chordata. And that is the phylum that we are going to explore, and we are going to break down several different classes that fall within this phylum. Where should we begin? Let's start with birds. All birds fall under the class Aves. There are over 10,500 different species of birds that fall under this class. A common characteristic that they all share is that all birds have hollow bones and they all lay eggs. Now let's take a dive into the deep blue and discuss the 3 classes of fish. There are 3 main classes of fish, and they are bony fish, jawless fish, and cartilaginous fish. Bony fish are also known as osteichthyes. There are 28,000 different species of bony fish in the world. And traits that they share and have in common is that fish all have gills, which allow them to breathe. They all have fins, which allow them to swim, an operculum, which is a bony plate that protects their gills, and a swim bladder, which controls their buoyancy in the water. The next class of fish are cartilaginous fish, also known as chondrichthyes. This class includes sharks, rays, and chimeras, and there are over 900 different species in the world. Now, the traits that they all share and have in common is that they have 5 to 7 gill slits, which allow them to breathe underwater. They have ampullae, which are a series of pores that outline the tip of their nose, which allows them to detect electrical currents in the water. Now, they don't have scales that cover their skin, but they have something called dermal denticles, also known as skin teeth. Another class of fish are jawless fish, also known as gnatha. There are over 120 different species, and there are 2 main groups of jawless fish today, and they are lampreys and hagfish. Jawless fish have a pineal eye. It's a photoreceptive eye and is associated with the pineal gland, regulating rhythmic hormone production for thermoregulation. Hagfish also secrete a slime as their mode of defense. We've taken to the sky, we've dived into the deep blue. Let's take a look at a class of animals that are found on land. Let's look at class Mammalia. There are over 5,416 different species of mammals on this world. Some common traits that they all share is that they breathe air using their lungs, they have hair or fur, they give live birth, they nurse their young with milk, and they're warm-blooded. Now, depending whether they're land or sea or what type of mammal they are, will help determine what order, family, genus, or species that they're in. It's an amazing world that we live in, filled with amazing animals. How do you feel about what you just learned? We're going to take a break right here. I think it'd be important to take some time to review the different classes of organisms that you just learned and try to memorize the distinguishing traits of each class. Hey Khan Academy, thanks for listening. This presentation solely serves as part of my introduction lesson to the animal kingdom. If you want to hear more, hope to hear from you soon. Thanks again for your time. Take care.